Hello orchid lovers in YouTube, it's Cara once again welcoming you to my channel. This episode is all about how I water my orchids in semi-hydroponics and save money. With using my orchids, I only use rainwater, so there's no other water that I use. And today is my fertilizing day, so this is a good episode for you to show you know how I do it, how I do water mine, and with this a lot of semi-hydroponics. I am nearly finished. I've already started. So I collected water from I got 2 buckets in outside, so I collected rainwater. So this is what I do. I just put them in these buckets, and I got a big bucket in that my room. And yeah, so I am fertilizing my orchids. So this is way of watering as well. I water it twice, and fertilizing and flush it with plain rainwater. So I've used this Orchid Focus Grow for my fertilizer, and I use the where is it? Where's the bottle? I use the bloom as well, Orchid Focus. So far those are the orchids that the fertilizer that I like to use in my orchids. I would like to probably find something else, but at the minute this is what I'm using. So those orchids that has been in soak. So let's show you how I do it. So hang on. Right, here we are. These orchids have already been topped up with. So I got that one. I just got that one just to catch the water. So as I said, this the silver bucket is the one with the fertilizer, and that is the plain water. Just plain rainwater. This is. So where is my bucket? I'm hoping that this is yeah, I'm always promising this. I'm hoping that this is just a what's this? A short video. And another thing that I find it very handy, I'll just pause this and I'll get it. I find very handy, and this is the masking tape. So what I do is I cover the holes of my the container of the orchids. And this is by the way, it's stuck. Oh my god. Right, this is the Encyclia Jaric Canary. I have purchased it in April 2019, so it's a year now with me. So just about, it's got very good growth of roots in there. So yeah, I'll just show you. So this is what I do. I cover this 2 holes with this masking tape. Sometimes it doesn't leak. This one is leaking because what I do, I soak them for a few hours. So oh my god, I nearly broke the leaf. Gee. I soak them for a few hours, and afterwards I drain them. So I just want them the roots to soak up the nutrients. Just like this one, it hasn't really just like this one, it did not what's this, escape the water from the hole. So you can tell that the roots is really green and it's soaked. And this is I've ordered last just recently. I think I have opened it with you. I forgot to put the date. Epicatlia Rene Marquez cross with Cattleya scleriana. So yeah, it's growing well, this plant, and it's got lovely roots in there. And yeah, so I'm hoping that I'll go with me well. So, and it's just few orchids I'm going to show. So those ones that are already soaked up, And this is the one that this is I've already soaked up as well. So the roots have, so you can tell that the roots is green because it's all soaked up. So those are the masking tape I uses for the roots to soak with the ingredient, the fertilizer. This orchid is very dry. It's an Oncidium family. It's got no ID, and yeah, so it's very dry, very light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that up with my masking tape. It's just easy, and sometimes it takes a lot of doing, obviously. So in this way as well, I would be able to check my orchids. So I'll just put some water in it and good to go. And the one good thing I find very handy is used towel. Because sometimes it's just that my floor is wood, so it's very handy. So soak them up until it's really and that's it. And you can tell that it's all soaked up. I don't know if you could see it. It's all soaked up. And then what's the next thing I'm going to do? In a minute I'm gonna reach that orchid. Right, I got that orchid with me. And so yeah, it's this I've already soaked up. Oh, I've already taken the blooming thing off, so right, never mind that one. So yeah, it's very healthy roots, you could tell, and it's very nice. I hope it would. Right, so what the next thing I do is I drain the ones that have fertilized water in this bucket, so that water from the orchid is gonna be drained, and then just take it all out. Until everything is empty, until all those water. I don't leave water from the reservoir of the fertilized water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flush it with rainwater. So after soaking up for how many hours with this fertilized water with the orchids. So yeah, it's a lovely roots in there. It's grown so well in my care, so I'm hoping that it will, you know, will not let I got some new growth there. So yeah, so what I'm going to do next is I don't need to put a masking tape from that. I'm just hold with my hand and get some rainwater. And flush it until up to the top. It can be very messy and will be very wet in here, so you need to have a towel ready. And drain it again. Ooh, see, can you see what I'm trying to do? So I drain it again until, and then this rainwater with no fertilizer, it's gonna be left in the reservoir. So that is my way of watering all my semi-hydroponics orchids. And using rainwater would save me a lot of money with all those orchids that I have. So I'll do again, we'll just have to drain this away. Drain the water. These are the fertilized water. So drain it up. These orchids haven't seen any growth yet, but it's okay. There's no, the roots hasn't died. There's no extension of the new roots. So I'm still in observation, and the leaf is quite very stiff. So there's this that fertilized water in the reservoir, so I'm going to take that away until it's all like you feel like there's nothing left in it, and then flush it again with rainwater up to the top, yeah, and then drain it again. Just drain it, and then you leave that water in that reservoir, the plain rainwater. As long as it's plain. Maybe you guys got you know, fancy things that you fit into your water tub. So yeah, now saving money. So that is a way of saving money, right? I'll show you one last one. So this has been soaked. You can tell that it's very, very green now. It has soaked a lot of water in there, the orchids. So yeah, so we're going to take this water off until it drains, until you feel like there's none left. And flush with rainwater. Just flush it. That's what I do. So, and then yeah, so that's it, and that's what I do. And then that is reservoir rainwater. No what's this? No fertilizer. So with this water as well, with a bucket of water from the orchids, that's what I use with my houseplants. So in a way, I don't throw it away. The used water from my orchids, I don't throw it away because I got lots of houseplants that I'm going to use it with. So this is my watering of my houseplants. And yeah, so far so good. I got no problem with my houseplants and my orchids doing that watering method. So you might think that if there's any infection or anything like disease condition, touch the wood, I haven't had that experience while I'm doing this, so I haven't observed any. If there is, probably a silent one. So that's all really, guys, what I'm doing. So yeah, so I hope you do enjoy my videos, and I'll see you later on.